Hi, today we are going to discuss one structure in English. What's that? Let's check it out. 3, 2, 1. Passive voice. Yes, that will be passive voice. We are going to discuss about passive voice for today. What is passive voice here? The passive voice is used when we want to emphasize the actions, that means the verb, and the object of a sentence rather than subjects. This means that the subject is either less important than the action itself, or that we do not know who or what the subject is. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the pattern here. The first one that I want to explain is about the pattern in simple. That's about present simple, past simple, and also future simple. Remember the active in past simple that will be subject plus verb 2. And then in the present simple that will be subject plus verb 1. And then in the future that will be subject plus will plus verb 1. That's remember about those things here. And then how about in passive? Passive for past, of course, subject plus to be plus verb 3. And then in the present, of course, subject plus to be plus verb 3 too. And then in the future, of course, subject plus will plus be and also plus verb 3. Remember, passive always using verb 3. And because this is simple, just remember you are going to use to be. The to be in present is MR. The to be in past that will be was were. And then because this is future, just use be here. So you are going to put be between will and also the verb 3 here. So remember guys, what you should remember in the simple is that just remember additional words. What's the additional words? That will be to be. And then you must be able to differ. Okay, to differ. What kind of to be that you are going to use in present? What kind of to be that you are going to use in a past? But of course, for future, you are going to use the word be here. Okay, just remember that. Passive in simple additional words that will be to be is was were. And then next is about the pattern in continuous. Just always remember, continuous is always verb in. That will be continuous. And remember, for passive, you have additional words that will be being. So remember that continuous verb in and then additional word that will be being. So when you have the pattern here, the pattern for the present continuous inactive, that will be subject plus to be plus verb in. And then in the past also that will be subject plus to be plus verb in. And then in continuous you are going to have that will be subject plus will plus be and also verb in. That's about the active one. And then you are going to change into passive. In the passive one, remember the additional verbs. You have, what's that? Being. Remember, always being. And then remember again, passive voice always use verb 3. So all the verb in must be changed into verb 3 here. Okay, so for the passive in present continuous, that will be subject plus to be. Remember additional word plus being, and also remember about the changing of the verbs. That will be verb 3. So subject plus to be plus being and verb 3. And then in the past that will be the same too. Subject plus being plus to be first plus being plus verb 3. And then for the continuous, of course, you are going to have subject plus will plus be plus being plus verb 3. Oh yeah, what you should remember, guys, you have the subject in the passive ones. Remember, passive in the passive ones is the object in the active. Okay, you got it? Thank you. And then we are going to continue from the future. The last is that I'm going to explain passive in the pattern of perfect. Okay? Do you know perfect? That's perfect always have, has, had, plus verb 3. And then this is much more easier for us to study passive imperfect here. And remember about the present, remember about the past, and also remember about the future here. And remember, in the perfect, you have additional words. What is the additional word? That will be been here. Okay? Been is the additional words for perfect here. Okay, so you are going to have the present perfect. In active, you are going to have subject plus had of have plus verb 3 here. So in passive, that will be very easy. You are going to have the subject here, the has or have plus been plus verb 3. That's just add the word been. And then for the past, that will be much more easier again. You just have to have the subject plus had plus verb 3 for active. And then for passive, you are going to have subject plus had plus been plus verb 3. And then for the future, you are going to have subject plus will plus have plus verb 3. That's for the active. For the passive, you are going to have subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb 3. So that will be much more easier. And remember, the subject in passive, that is the object in active. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, and the additional word that will be been. So basically, when you try to change here the active into passive imperfect, that will be very easy because you just have to add the word been, and then you just have to move the position between subject and also the object here. Object in passive, I mean subject in passive, that will be object in active. Remember that. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to share to you in the conclusion or additional information that I want to share to you is like this. The first one, remember, the sentence can be changed into passive when the sentence has an object. When it doesn't have an object, don't change it. Why? Because the subject in passive, that will be the object in active. And then the second one, remember about the additional words here. Additional words for simple, that will be to be, is, and are was were, or be in the future. Additional word for the continuous, that will be being. Additional words on the perfect, that will be been. Remember about that. And the last thing that I want you to remember is that passive always use verb 3. Okay? Always verb 3. So you have to change verb in into verb 3, verb 2 into verb 3, and verb 1 into verb 3. That's about the 3 conditions that you have to remember when you try to change the sentence into passive. Then I will continue by giving the example here. You have 4 sentences here. Number 1 is he is sending the document. Number 2 is someone stole my laptop. Number 3 is we will sign the contract. And the number 4 is he had done the projects. What I want you to do, just try to identify about the pattern and also identify whether the sentence here it has object or not here. Like number 1, you are going to have she is sending the document. Is there any object here? Of course, yes. What is the object? That's about the document. And do you have any verbs? Of course, yes. What's the verb? It's about the sending here. Then also, of course, the subject here. Remember, when you are going to change into passive, so you have to put the object in active in the first sentence of the passive ones here. Since sending the document, what is the object? This will be the document. So you have to put document in front of the sentence here. And then identify sending. Sending is simple. continuous or perfect. That is using verb in. I have told you before that when you are having verb in, of course that will be continuous here. So this is continuous, and what is the additional word in continuous? That will be being. So don't forget to use being, and then you have to change into verb 3 too about the verb in here. So that of course the answers of this question will be the document is being sent by her. That's quite easier. The document is our objects, and then don't forget the to be is, don't forget additional words that will be being, don't forget about the verb 3 sending, send, of course send into send. Sending, of course, change into send. That's what I mean. Okay, and then for the number 2 here, someone stole my laptop here. I didn't identify. This is perfect, this is continuous, or this is simple. Stole, stole is verb 2, so that will be past simple here. So the additional word that will be to be, verb 2 to be, was or were. That's, and which one is the object? That's about the laptop here. So my laptop. My laptop is about the object. My laptop. And then remember, oh, what's the additional words that will be was here? My laptop was. Then stole here is the verb 2. You have to change into verb 3. What's that? Stolen here. So you are going to say my laptop was stolen by someone. Very easy. Remember that? Just remember, yeah, guys, that you have to have the objects. You also have to have the verb here. Of course, when you have the objects, the sentence will have the verb too. And then for number 3 and number 4, that's your turn. Try to think, try to know the answer. If you don't understand, try to ask me. Or if you are still confused, try to ask me. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope it will help you a lot when you are studying about passive voice. Thank you.